Hello, it's me, Diego again. Once again, this time I'm gonna play, as you can see, World Rally Championship 3, the official game of the FIA World Rally Championship, to be honest, the 2003 season. And I'm gonna play a full rally on the hardest level, which is, well, not the hardest level because I'm not gonna play with the sprint cars, but I'm gonna play the hardest you can play with the standard cars. It's gonna be the... Whoa. Lots of updates from, I guess, Twitter, well, no, of Facebook, or whatever. As you can see, there's the intro. I hope you like it. And all that, well, I haven't played in quite a while. We're gonna play in the expert level. This game is probably one of the two best games ever for when it comes to rallying, and it's an extremely cool game, and it's lots of fun. I got zoom out of it, yeah, full screen now, and well, you have just 3 modes: World Rally Championship, the full season, a time trial, or just quick race with where you can't. Well, in the World Rally Championship you can have single rally championship. Well, essentially it's time trial where just you alone or with another player, even head to head in the same screen. Quick race, which is just random. You hit the X button on it and there it goes. But we're gonna play the World Rally Championship mode, the single rally, and I'm gonna be alone, and I'm gonna play an expert as well. The description of the level is: such is the high standard of competition in the Expert Championship, we suggest that all the most skilled of drivers should enter with an advanced evolution version of their WRC car. So you better have a good car, a version 5 car, or the Ultimate. I have all the latest evolutions, as you can see on the. Well, here are the main cars, the standard WRC cars, the Citroën, the Ford Focus. Well, you have two kind of sponsors, Castrol and BP, the red one and the green one, the Mitsubishi Lancer, the Impreza, the Small Impreza, the Sköda Fabia. Maybe the least successful World Rally Championship car ever, the Hyundai Accent, and the Sköda WRC, which is in its second evolution, I guess. And well, the 206 was the championship winning car of the last year. The 2003 season was won with an Impreza, driven by Peter Solberg. And there are World Rally Championships in a few squads. In Citroën you have Sainz, 2-time champion. In Citroën, in Peugeot you have both Richard Barnes and Marcus Longford. Ford had nothing, Mitsubishi had nothing. And the Subaru team had both Tony McKinnon, who won 4 consecutive WRC titles from 1996 through 1999, sorry. And Peter Solberg, who won the championship that year. And then, for example, Citroën had Loeb, but well, at this time he was still quite a rookie, not the kind of superhuman we know now. So I'm gonna play with the Fabia because I like this car. It's quite understeering. It understeers quite a lot, but well, I mean you can. Oh, sorry, Sköda had another World Rally Championship, a World Rally champion, Didier Oriol, who won the, I think he won, well, he had a WRC title. I think it was in 1994, more or less, I'm not sure. Well, no, it doesn't say it. I'm gonna play with Michael. And well, you have all the official rallies: Monte Carlo, Sweden, Turkey, New Zealand, Argentina, Greece, Cyprus, Germany, Finland, Australia, Italy in its last tarmac edition, as of now, the Tour de Corse, the Costa Brava, and the Way of Rally of Great Britain. I'm gonna play. Let's go ahead with with Great Britain. I'm not gonna do the shakedown. Well, I'm gonna do it, but you know, just not setting up the car. I'm gonna just play it ahead just to get a sense of the car. It's been quite a fucking long time since the last time I played this, and I still have to get the feeling of it. And this thing being so fucking fast, it's not gonna help me. This is gonna be a long gameplay. I mean, maybe over an hour. But I do think that it's gonna be fun at least. It's my third rally-related gameplay, together with the Colin McRae Rally 2 gameplay and the Rallycross gameplay from the WRC3. Well, I'm not going fast at all. Well, at least I'm not crashing. Maybe when I get a little bit more trust or self-confidence, I start going a little bit faster. As you can see, physics are just okay. I mean, not great, not extremely bad, and this was it. You know, it's just they call it the shakedown, but it's just just a small piece of road to test the car and see what's wrong and see if you still have the feeling. 5.7 kilometers, quite short. I mean, less than 4 miles, and and the record is within less than 3 minutes of the stage. Preliminary 1. Long time ago, I won all the championships, including the expert and extreme championship.
3, 2, 1, go.
And here we go. As you can see, the environment is quite nicely done. Some say the stages are quite empty when it comes to objects, and I'm like, okay, don't you know the real life is like this? I mean, in real life, things aren't crowded with objects and objects with more objects. In real life, some places are quite empty. Oh, of course, on the first sector, just a quarter of a second behind. I'm doing this a lot, and this is live commentary, and I'm afraid of not hearing. I think it's Brother Great, the one who's doing the driving for me. To be honest, I'm quite afraid I'm not gonna hear him clearly. But right now okay, where's the junction? On the tarmac, as I can see. Well, tarmac, well, concrete. Wow, I'm last. Oh, come on. Stepping outside the road is just a nightmare. The car slows down a fucking lot. Whoa. Yeah. I hate downhill sectors because the inertia is huge and the car goes wherever he wants. Well, she wants. I'm sorry, but in Spanish, car is he not touching. Okay, light outside my room is getting a ton more, so I'm starting to not see a fuck. Okay, I'm 14th now. I had the fastest sector time. Fuck. I don't know. Okay, now I'm fucking lost. Usually the first stage of a rally in this game, it's not typically the easiest one, but it's usually one of the shortest ones. And I'm gonna be like 5-6 seconds slower than my record time. To be honest, I should have beaten my record time to get to the first position. I mean, I got to 124 miles an hour, almost 125. I came up short by just like half a mile. Okay, I mean, you know, beating my best time would have put me here, just next to Francois. I mean, but to be honest, you don't have to beat all your best times to win the rally. I mean, it's just about being average and controlling the differences and how you're doing it. Okay, second stage now. We are 11 minutes in of the video. This is gonna be with a single cut. Also, the rally can be restarted. Whoa! This rally is based on 4 stages, which are going to be raced on both, you know, ways. I mean, I'll race this stage back, as you can see. You know, do you see the things on the right side of the road? Those are the junction markers, but on the other side. Big jump, 140 miles an hour. Wow. I'm having quite a lot of problems when it comes to the long braking. To be honest, being in the top 8 at the end of the rally is gonna be better than this car ever achieved in real life. Yeah, I mean, this car was fucking awful. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it was because of the team, maybe because of the drivers, but they never achieved a thing, not a single thing. I mean, they raced for almost 3 years and they never ever got a point. They never scored one. This game is not exactly realistic, but the way it feels, I mean, it doesn't feel that wrong, to be honest. Maybe on the images you look it's really smooth and really easy. It's not. I'm fucking twisting my, you know, the left stick around a lot, just trying to make it work. Whoa. Downhill sector. Whoa, rocks. So here it is, how I lost this stage and the whole thing. Whoa. I'm sure this is going to look like shit because the... Okay, let me... Okay, with a lot less brightness from the outside, I think everything's gonna be better. Also, sometimes... Oh, come on. To be honest, I hate this webcam because it calibrates the colors. And as you can see, it's not how it should work. Because right now, for example, I'm sure that at some points you are not going to be able to see the speedometer. Whoa, way outside. Come on. And as you can see, I mean, all those stages are fucking real roads. So you can see how, you know, how brave they are. What the fuck? No, I'm not okay. I fucking hit against the finishing gate. Oh my god, that was a record. To be honest, I've never raced the Wales rally, decently, because at this point of the season, this is the last rally of the season. I was usually way ahead, and sometimes I just skip it. By the way, 5 miles long, 5.2 miles long, and 4 minutes long, and it's fucking raining. It's a shame that they have weather effects, but they are not random. I mean, this stage is, for example, this stage is always under the rain, and that sucks. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I would love to, come on. By the way, one of the details is that we have the extra set of lights, although the day is pretty clear. The car is repaired every 3 stages, and yes, there is mechanical problems. Okay. And let's see, fast section. Quite bad. To be honest, I'm quite afraid I've lost some power. Yeah, because this is not feeling right. Yeah, I mean, I think I've lost some power thanks to that stupid crash against the finishing line. But well, that's how it works. That's how I win. How I do it. Go epic win. Here we get to an open air quarry. Yeah, more or less. Fuck. Yeah, indeed. Holy shit, I'm 12. And Solver gets 13 and doing even worse than me. Even though this game is about the 2003 season, it was released before the end of the 2003 season. I think it was released just after the Rally Catalunya. There was one rally to go, and maybe one of the most exciting rallies ever, because there were up to 4 drivers having a shot at the title. Richard Burns, Sebastian Loeb, Carlos Sainz and Peter, sorry. Well, things got down to 3 way too early, because Richard Burns quit rallying due to a big illness that ultimately killed him. And also Carlos Sainz had some problems. I think he crashed or had some mechanical problems, and I don't remember if he quit, but he lost all his chances really quickly. And Peter Solberg, I think he won the rally, earning him the title, with Sebastian Loeb coming up short. To be honest, this is that's from 2003. That was the last time Sebastian Loeb ever lost a World Championship title. He has won fucking everything ever since. Okay, this was one of the problems I was afraid of. Going too fast and not hearing the car driver and hitting some guardrail. The loss of power is evident. I'm having quite some problems. The car is not reacting as good as it should be. And power is a big thing in this game, since power sliding is, it's quite important. You can race quite cleanly, but powering your way through is usually the answer. But I've lost my rear spoiler. Yeah, that should be the spoiler. Now it looks like a oddly looking Dakar rally truck, more or less. Because the master is fucking, well, the co-driver is fucking mad at him. I didn't beat my stage record, and I finished like 7 seconds behind the leader. We're gonna check the standings as of the first day. The first day is over. I finished 9th in this stage, and I'm 9th in total, just 2 seconds behind the 8th position, the last position that earns points for the championship. Nico Irvanian retired. Nico Irvanian was quite a messy novice driver at that time. He was a rookie, complete rookie and quite messy. Peter Sauber is having a horrible rally, as well as my teammate, and Richard Barnes is also really down in the standings. To be honest, holy shit, I mean. As usual, sometimes happens with some game. Okay, I'm not gonna save because this is not. I'm gonna play all in one fucking take. I hope it's under an hour. Riola, the longest stage of the game, 14 kilometers long, over almost 8 miles, I mean 7.7, let's see. And to be honest, not messing this thing up, it's quite key. Because difference can be quite big after Riola. This is one of the longest stages ever on a rally game. I mean, at least on a modern rally game. I mean, in the late 90s, there was a game for PC, well, a series of games. And they had some quite some fucking long stages, but I mean, over 50 minutes long. But it wasn't like, well, it wasn't realistic. I mean, it was really arcadey, and the stages looked like a fucking tunnel. I mean, there were trees and objects on both sides, so you didn't have the environment. I mean, it's not like this. Here you have the horizon. Sometimes we see the fucking horizon while running on stage. So I mean, it's not the same thing. Holy shit, I'm first by 6 seconds? Yeah, I guess that I'm driving quite aggressively. Well, that's how I'm supposed to race. I mean, I'm on the expert level, and I'm way behind them. I don't have much to lose. I mean, this is just a single rally, and I'm not really showing off for you. I mean, I'm not the best World Rally Championship 3, the best WRC3 player. Whoa. To be honest, that would have been quite a huge crash in real life. But this is a fucking video game. I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, I fucking rolled the car early on the earlier stage, on the third one. I think it was on the third one. Yeah. Right now I'm going quite fast. Whoa. Still first, 8 seconds ahead. I mean, this is a huge difference. To be honest, I'm starting to think right now that maybe I should, don't go that fast and try to have a good car for the following stages. Just in case, I mean, maybe if I go too aggressively now, I'll get it damaged and have a horrible 6th stage, for example. At least in this game, when you power slide, you really lose speed. I mean, that's a good thing about the game. I like it. We are getting close to the end of the for the third split time. I like long stages because I mean rallying is I mean in rally and through rallying in real life this would be quite a short stage. I mean in real life they are doing 25 miles per stage at some points. And well, this year in Argentina they tried to change the essence of the rally and make it a long distance one. I mean not like the Safari rally, but you know, quite longer than usual. And they had like a 40-mile stage. I mean that must be like the craziest shit ever. I mean just think about going on a gravel road, quite narrow and fucking twisty, for 40 miles straight. I mean, it must be fucking draining. Drivers and co-drivers must look like, you know, like wound up soldiers after such a stage. Okay, I've lost some time on this last sector, but right now I'm okay with it because I'm having a, you know, not an extremely nice stage. I'm doing some errors, but you know, sometimes my line is being quite good. Holy shit. I mean, I went for a while at over 110 miles an hour while trying to not going off the track. I don't know if you can read it, but let's put it like this. When you see 80, it's 50 miles an hour. When you see 120, it's 75 miles an hour. And when you see 100, it's when you see 160, it's 100 miles an hour. And if you ever see over 200, it's just over 125 miles an hour. Whoa, fucking, I mean, some curves are fucking difficult. I mean, I'm like, where the fuck am I going? Again, out over 100 miles an hour. Oh fuck! Ah, fuck! Come on, that's not how I wanted to end. Those are the kind of hits that fucking damage the car. So I think it's gonna be a record time, 6:09. Is it gonna be a record time? Whoa! No, they're quite happy. And yes, it's a record time. I'm like, I think it was quite a cool state. I was driving quite smoothly, and you know, I had my mind right. From ninth to second. What the fuck? I mean, I beat everyone but at least 13 seconds and a half. And some guys were over half a minute behind, and even 1 minute behind, and what? Ooh, quite a good stage. Margam Park. Again raining. Oh, it's the first time I make a stage back. To be honest, it's quite a shit that they put Margam Park, the stage, which is usually the last stage of the championship. Well, I mean, at least when the Wales rally is the last rally of the championship. But they've made quite a mistake, in my opinion. I mean, at least in my opinion. And it's that they don't put the Margam Park section. You know, they put the Margam the section of the boots in Margam Park, and I'm like, okay, since you put Margam Park, why didn't you put the section everybody knows? I mean, everybody knows, you know, the Margam Park section with the castle behind, and it's quite scenic, it's quite, you know, quite iconic. But no, oh, fuck. But no, they put the, you know, they put the section of in the boots. Okay, I'm driving like shit. I have to get my grip back. What the fuck? It's like they faded quite a lot. After a few good stages, you know, the first three were quite good. They were asking me to, you know, to beat my record times. But right now they are doing quite bad at it. No, maybe I'll come back to this game in the future, you know, or maybe even make a World Rally Championship 4 gameplay, which I also have, and show you the extreme cars, which are fucking cool. I mean, they are like, you know, I mean, I'm sure most of you know the Group B from, you know, from the 80s. Those insane cars, insane rally cars with over 1,000, wow, with over 400 horsepower. I mean, and they were crazy. I mean, for World Rally Championship 3, the creators of the game, which are Evolution Studios, the same that now made the stupid, fucking lame and stupid Motorstore games, they asked them to some, you know, rally teams to design their own 21st century Group B rally cars, you know, pretty much the same specs, but with 21st century technology. The answer was fucking madness. I mean, they were using 3-liter cars with V6 engines and V-turbo and double turbos, making over 640 horsepower. So with extremely low weight, I think it was 1050 or something like that, 1050 kilos. You know, like 2300 you know, pounds. And it was complete madness. I mean, it's like they can power you through at over 260 to 170 kilometers an hour on a stage, on an open road. No. To be honest, I was expecting me to do it better this time, but I'm still having problems with this piece of road. I'm getting to the end of the stage. My record was 330. I'm not gonna get it. Nope. I'm gonna do like a 331. But you know, beating my record time wouldn't have been much better than this. My top speed was over 142 miles an hour. It's quite a lot. And I think I'll fall back again to, you know, maybe like 4th. Yeah, 4th. Well, I'm just 6 seconds behind Marco Martin. I mean, it's not a huge time loss. Still have some, you know, I still have a chance at winning, especially since we are going back to Riola on the 3rd day. On the 3rd day we'll have Riola, another stage, and the final super special stage on Cardiff. Well, maybe not on Cardiff, or near Cardiff. Maybe we'll see the rally win come down to the line. Closest difference ever on a real life rally was 0.2 of a second when Marco Martin beat Sebastian Loeb on the last stage of the New Zealand rally. I think it was in 2007. And they went down so close, so it was just 0.2 of a second after over 3 hours of competition, of time stages. You know, 3 days of racing, over 3 hours of time racing, and everything came down to 0.2 of a mile. They were saying that it was like if they had beaten each other by less than a car length. I mean, not a lot less than a car length. I mean, it was like the difference was, you know, just nothing. Getting back to our race, we're time is road. To be honest, if the rally victory comes down to to that super special stage, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna win it. I don't like that super special stage match. No, come on. Through that kind of holes in the ground, I think they make it for cows. Funniest thing is that I can understand why the cows see that as an impossible piece of, an impossible crossing. I mean, it's not that hard. It's just some rolls. I think is what it is. Just jump a bit, make a long pass, and it's over. And you're over it. I'm 6, just a second behind, and the stage winner is gonna be Peter Solberg, which is gonna be quite good for me, since Solberg is quite behind me. And right now I'm quite nervous because having a nice shot at the win would be awesome. Since this is maybe the most difficult rally of the game, and I fucking won this 6th stage, and I'm heading for the win. Another stage record. That's cool. That's always cool. I think I've beaten records in 3 of the 6 stages. And Roman Perez had a horrible stage, and I'm second. 4.19 seconds behind Marco Martin. Just a second in front, just 0.3 of a second in front of Carlos Sainz, and Roman Perez has been dropping back. He's now 4th, 10 seconds behind the leader. So again, without saying, really this is where I have to win or lose the rally. I mean, it's that easy. If I make again, if I win again by 10 seconds, it's done. I mean, I have the lead, I win. But if I win by less than 5 seconds, it's gonna be fucking tight. I have to drive an intelligent, fast stage. Intelligent because I don't have to fucking destroy the car. And fast because, speed is always needed. Driving smoothly through this part. Oh fuck. First big hit. And then tension is high right now, quite high. To be honest, time trials can be exciting. I mean, I have a friend that hates time trials. He hates rallying because he says that not being able to see your rivals is quite, boring and doable and all that. And I'm like, hell no, I mean, this is a lot of tension. This is even more exciting because you don't know what the fuck has happened to others. I mean, right now I'm winning by just 1 second, and Marco Martin is not in the top 4. Where the fuck is he? Will he come back? I don't know. I just have to raise my guts out to try to win the rally. I mean, sometimes this can be even more exciting than track racing. In the race game, you always know where others are. Unless you're racing the North Life and it's maybe 1965. I mean, if it's not that, you know where they are and how they are doing. People will be telling you. But here it's just okay. Raise your guts out. Try to stay fast. Try to not break the car, and hope for the best. And I'm not, to be honest, I'm not driving my best stage ever. I mean, the other one wasn't my best stage ever either, but it was a really good, cool one. I'm winning by 4 seconds. Mark Martin still not in the top 4, and right now I'm the leader of the rally. Even if he's just 5th with just 100 per second behind the 4th guy, which is I think Mark Martin, I'm the leader right now. I'm the leader and I'm trying to stay too far. Come on. I'm fucking needing this good stage. I fucking need it. Because I don't know what's the 8th stage gonna be like. I don't remember which one I'm missing. I never know if I'm gonna have a good stage there. Maybe yes, maybe I have the best stage ever and I'll win by even more difference than the first Riola, but who knows? Whoa. I don't know who knows, but I'm fucking messing some obvious turns. Whoa. This camera is quite, I mean, not the best chase cam ever, but it's a really good one. Because even though there are a ton of objects, I'm always seeing the tracks more or less. Okay, I'm 10 seconds in front, well, right now I'm leading the rally. That's for sure, I'm leading by over 5 seconds. And to be honest, I haven't hit many stuff, so the damage is quite clear. It's not damage. Well, I mean, I have some damage, but it's minor. Okay, I was trying to make it a realistic jump, but I couldn't. Shit happens, I guess. Well, right now I'm just trying to keep it cool. This is the last part. You know, this gray, like this grayish dirt road. To be honest, my best sector in Riola 1 was this sector, and I have lost some time. That's not good. Well, my best one was this first one, you know, this part, this minute something long part. Okay, I was trying to shortcut a bit and I messed it up and I've lost quite some momentum. I don't care about the water splash. To be honest, I think that water splash in this game slows you down way too much. I mean, it should be more like a huge aquaplaning effect. I know that's almost impossible to recreate, but that should be the thing. You know, like one of those power boats just powering your feet. That should be how it should work, not like, you know, like a fucking sandpit. Holy shit, that was cool. That power slide was fucking cool. And I'm gonna win by 13 seconds! Woo! I think I beat my record time by around 6 seconds. Yeah, more or less, yeah. And I think I have it, you know, I have quite a big chance. And Marco Martin finished 5th, 30 seconds behind Marcus Grönholm. Well, I'm leading by 14 seconds and a half, but a little bit less than 14 seconds and a half. Marco Martin is 1 second and a half behind Sainz. Now Marcus Grönholm is 22 seconds behind, while Roland Perez is still dropping down. Well, the points, the positions on scoring points are pretty much defined, since Peter's already is 30 seconds behind Richard Burns, and Gianni Passoni, Sebastian Loeb, and Nico Tirwin have already retired with 2 stages to go. We are going to a Thunderstorm creature, 5.2 miles long. It's gonna be quite a tough ride. I mean, the Thunderstorm is gonna be quite dark. Yeah, and you should, well, you're seeing the webcam, the image. It's darker here. I mean, I'm pointing my, my eyes down. Holy shit! Holy shit! Come on, don't do this. Well, your image is a lot less darker than my image. Yeah, just think about it. I mean, this is fucking. I mean, this is not pitch black. And the Thunderstorms. I mean, maybe the sound system could be better, but maybe that's, that's my TV's fault. Okay, I'm trying to nail this down. The hairpin, way too wide, and I'm 1 second behind Marco Martin, who is like 20 seconds behind me right now. So I'm quite clear right now. I won't go, it's not that I'm gonna go to like cruising down this, but I'm not gonna try my best either. Because maybe if I try my best, I fuck up the GR shifter or something like that, and the things get a lot worse. I'll try to stay away from the road. Be careful when things go narrow, like now. I'm cool with this position. Finishing in 5th this stage, like 2 or 3 seconds behind, won't be an issue at all. I'm just trying to be cool. Oh, quite a step down jump, another step down, holy shit. To be honest, these hairpins are quite fucking open. And if you see the hairpins in Monte Carlo or Cyprus or Greece, they are like twice as tight as these ones. Okay, getting into the quarry right now. Holy shit! Quite the steep road. Okay, that was where I rolled. I rolled down and run, and right now I saw why. I mean, that was fucking steep. Okay, just trying to go cool, go to medium, push it too hard. To be honest, I'm the kind of guy that sometimes when I try to drive cool, I drive even faster than before. Sometimes being in a comfort zone makes you extend your comfort zone. Because sometimes, when I've been like, less concentrated on the game, I've been faster than ever. And not only with WRC3, but also with Gran Turismo, the Gran Turismo Saga, or MotoGP, or something like that. Whoa. I mean, it's like, it works like this for me. Whoa. To be honest, rallying is not the best. It's not the best sport to try to drive cool. But I seriously recommend that. Like, don't try to get on your nerves. Don't think of driving fast. Sometimes just try to drive cool. Think about driving cool. It's a lot better. Stage is over. 4:05. I made a 4:05.57. To be honest, I was. Whoa. As you can see, I beat my my record time, just by trying to stay cool. 50 minutes in, only one stage to go, and I wasn't quite clear, 9 over almost 9 seconds of, almost 9 second lead over Carlos Sainz, and because of Marco Martin is just 1 second behind him, but and so it's getting closer to one, but well, there's still a 13-second average, and I don't think that's going to happen. Well, if this game follow its own, logic, I'll be headed against the Citroën by Carlos Sainz, and I haven't seen it. Well, we'll see it. I'm sure it's gonna be either a Citroën or a... Yeah, no, it's a July. That's new. Sometimes they try to put you against your main rival. Well, this is a typical super stage. It's a real one. I mean, in 2003 they used this super stage, this head-to-head stage, as some games call it. Essentially they call McRae Saga. Trying this special stage is maybe the hardest one, together with the Lilea Parnasse from the rally grids. I mean, everything is really tight. You don't have much space to dance the car around, and finesse and having a nice line is everything. And there goes my overpass. Just trying to keep the car in the field. I'm sure I'm not gonna beat this the time, because that time I'm sure it was made with a fucking extreme car. The extreme cars make it state a good point. That is that having a ton more, having double the power doesn't mean being double the fast. Where did I play that time? Well, there are some cool shots like cameras, replay cameras like this one, which is used in real life, or this one, which is also used in real life, and even blurs when you hit something. I'm gonna try to find another real camera like this one. This one was also used back then, and this one is one of my favorite cameras for a replay in this camera, this is as you can see, the game is, sometimes the game doesn't look realistic when you play it. On the replay, it looks quite a lot more realistic. Not the crashes like this one, like that one, or some camera, but the car feels maybe a little bit too gritty, but it's almost like a true rally car. So it's cool. I like it a lot. So that was it. I won the fucking rally on the first try. To be honest, I was thinking about making making 2 takes, just one testing the first 2 or 3 stages, and then making a full run. But well, I won it. Freddy Loa and James Panizzi retired on the 2 last stages, and oh my gosh. Marco Martin and Sainz had tons of problems, maybe some engine problems due to pushing way too hard on the 2 last stages, and well, this is gonna be the podium celebration. The podium celebration is always exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the car, the drivers, obviously, and the ambient changes only when it comes to terrain and the background. The podium is always exactly the same, and it's quite a shame because they don't use the real podium. I mean, there's, you know, in World Rally Championship they use a podium. You know, the typical round with the flat bar on the ad. You know, I mean, like you've always seen in every rally, but you know, here they don't use it. So well, that was it. Here's a quick glance at the extreme cars, which are the 206 Extreme, Focus Extreme, the Evo Max, which almost looks like a 1996 DTM car, the Impreza Extreme, which has some hints of the headlights of the newer cars, the Sköda Fabia, the Action Extreme, which is quite dull. I mean, only the fucking huge diffusor and the wing, but you know, overall it's quite normal. And the Shakedown. I mean, the 206 Extreme, if you see closely, you'll see the lights, the headlights from the 207 generation. So you know, that was just a glance in 2003 from cars from 2006 and 2007. I mean, that was fucking cool. I mean, if you ever see a concept car, don't look at it. Look at the headlights. Don't look at it as a general shape. Just look at the headlights. I mean, it's the most important part of a concept car, and it always works like that. You know, if you see the headlights, and you'll see future headlights. I mean, don't look at the overall shapes, because I mean that changes a lot, because sometimes they don't really think about doing a good car. They just try to do a show car. But the headlights tend to stay, and it's maybe the most important part of a concept car. So that was it. See you next time. Bye bye.